keep up the great work. Remember, every minute that you keep investing into you, every minute that you keep investing into growing and becoming the best possible salesperson you can be, two huge benefits accrue to you. One, you increase your promotion abilities. You either can get promoted, or if you're a commission earner, you can actually earn more commission. But more important than that, and you're going, what's more important than earning more money? Well, more important than that is anything that you become good at, you love doing. So as you become better and better at selling, you can enjoy doing what you do. Guys, we spend so much time at work. You don't want to hate what you do. You want to love it. And so this time that you're investing into optimizing, becoming better, improving your sales skills, the huge benefit is, yes, of course, you're going to eventually earn more money, but you're also going to love what you do. So imagine love doing what you're doing and earning more money. Worth the effort. Great. Okay, so now what we want to do is we've had a look at the concept of social selling. Now we want to look at the media, the places where we should distribute. So we're going to create, we've spoken about creating sales decks, we've spoken about creating content, sales resources, powerful, useful resources that will help us to engage new customers, support the velocity of our sales through our sales pipeline, wow our existing customers. So we've got that content. Now we need to ask the question, where are we going to display it? Where are we going to show it, use it? Okay, so again, you need to think about your own market, your own industry, your own customers. I'm going to describe some of the different social channels that we use and how we leverage them. But again, you need to think about your industry. Use this as a guide, as an example. Think about your industry, your markets, your customers. What are the most appropriate social media channels for you to use? All right, so the first one obviously will always be LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is, you see, Facebook. The challenge with Facebook is people think of that as their personal connection to the world, their personal networking social tool, I guess. Whereas with LinkedIn is seen as a business connection tool. So it's a fantastic way. With your Magnificent 50, in fact, it's the very first way. Once we've identified our Magnificent 50, the very first thing we do is we connect with them via LinkedIn. As soon as they connect with us, but here's, I just want to rewind quickly. When we connect with them on social media, I don't just send them a ambush email going, we want to connect with you for some strange reason. I am absolutely direct. I tell them who I am, I tell them what I can do for them, and I say, would you like to connect? 99 out of 100 of these guys, because they can, you see, we're talking value, we're talking in terms of transformation, we're showing them the benefit of working with us. So obviously they're going to want to connect with us on LinkedIn. Then we follow that up with an email, or at least an email to them, where we give them a little bit more information and we start the conversation. We then now a connection. We have a process where we send out weekly emails. Remember, inside LinkedIn, you've got two types of messaging systems. You've got an email. Now, if you are with Sales Navigator, which costs you about 1,000 Rand a month, all right? If you're with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you are able to research, understand who your customers are, but you also get two different ways of sending mails. You get 50 in-mails. So those are mails that you can send to customers who haven't accepted your connection request. But the moment they accept your connection request, you can now send them a LinkedIn message. A LinkedIn message is to your first level connections, and you explain. You've obviously researched the customer. You're not just going to send, you see, there's the secret, right? You're not going to send every single one of your Magnificent 50 customers the same email. You're going to understand. And this is the secret. I have to say this one more time. The secret to make a multi-channel communication strategy work, the secret to make a social selling part of your multi-channel communication strategy work, is tailoring, customization, research, focus. So So you need to make sure that you've got that in hand. Once you've done that, you now connect. You've built connection. You send regular updates on how you see you can help, or at least the solution, the optimized solution. You can talk about the undesirable state, talk about the transformation, and mostly explain the optimized state they're going to be in. These emails are going to be short, sweet, to the point. The headline has got to catch attention. In other words, it's got to be related to the challenges they're experiencing. I would say 4 out of 10 of those customers. Now remember, why do 4 out of 10 of those customers come off LinkedIn and agree for us to supply them? Well, the reason they come off is because we have selected them so carefully. We have chosen our Magnificent 50 very, very carefully. They are completely aligned. They're our tribe. They're aligned with our perfect customer. So what we supply is exactly what they need, but more importantly, our differential advantage is perfect. It's perfectly suited to wow those Magnificent 50 customers. So it's all about tailoring. It's all about focus. LinkedIn is an incredibly powerful tool. YouTube, video has become absolutely crucial in any business. If any business wants to succeed in sales, you have to have video. More people use YouTube as a search engine. So YouTube is the second biggest search engine to Google in the world. People love videos. They're easy to watch. You make them short, powerful, to the point. Once your customers see that, remember, when you send them an email, they're getting just the words. 7% of the communication is getting to them. But when you send them a video and they watch your video, they see your tone of voice, or at least they see your body language, they hear your tone of voice, they get 100% of the communication. So even part of your proposal, when you send proposals, try to include video as well. Because video, remember, a picture paints 1,000 words. If you can put video footage of where your product has worked successfully, or recorded testimonials to verify the claims that you're making, video is powerful. So this is, like I said, you know your industry, you know your markets. Think about video and how can I leverage video as part of my proposals, as part of my presentation for proof. How else can I use video? How can I send educational videos to demonstrate my expertise to my customers, etc.? So video is so powerful. Next, Twitter. I use Twitter basically as more of a spray and pray medium. You know your industry, and maybe you know Twitter better than I do, right? So if you know your industry, you know your customers, maybe your customers use Twitter a lot. So if your customers use Twitter, then maybe you need to figure out, how can I send links in Twitter to articles, to videos, to powerful information that's going to support my customers. Let's remember, the whole point of social selling is not to close the sale, it's to create awareness, it's to show expertise, it's to make sure that you are indeed in all the places where your customers are searching, that you have information, videos, data, ways of showing, of demonstrating your expertise to your customers, so that when they're on those social networks and they are educating themselves, they're not only educating themselves with your competitor stuff, but they're educating themselves with your stuff. Next, like I said, Facebook. Facebook is a magnificent tool. It has, because of Facebook Messenger, now Facebook Messenger tracks every single thing their customers do. So they've got an incredible facility where you can actually go in and you can target almost down to an individual. That's powerful. Now think about your Magnificent 50 customers. Think about your existing customers. How can you leverage Facebook? Bearing in mind, and here's the big warning, I want to ping a big warning sign here, right? Facebook is seen as a personal social networking platform. So be very careful what you put on someone's feed. But you can box smart. You can buy advertising. People accept advertising. Business advertising is a completely acceptable way of showing up in someone's feed. But if you can target, you see, here again, I bring back, it's all about customization, focus, and targeting. So when you're going to post these adverts, you make sure you know who your tribe is, you know where they hang out, you have a very good idea who those people are, so you can target exactly the people you want, so that your message goes only in front of those people. Here's the power. Even if they don't click on it, because if they click on it, you pay. But if it only appears in their feed, they see it, you've created awareness with their customer. Next time they see a message on LinkedIn, or next time they get an email with a really powerful heading, they're going to look at this and go, where have I seen these guys before? You start appearing everywhere. And here's the great news. You don't pay a cent unless the person clicks. Next, we're going to look at Instagram. Now, Instagram is kind of more, I must be honest with you, I use Instagram, I only use Instagram as a icon in my blog where I actually post it. So I use it more for a spray and pray strategy. But I've included it because I've spoken to a number of my customers and they feel that Instagram has incredible value. There are so many different social networks. There's Parler, there's hundreds. They come up all the time. You need to understand what media, what social platforms are most appropriate for your industry, your markets, and your customers.